Hello, guys. Welcome back. Another celebrity reading about Margot Kidder. Margot was part of that Superman story that I have just finished a few minutes ago. So don't forget to check up as well the first part, the Superman curse, and here it is. The second part will be with Margot. Again, there will be a third part as well, the story about Marlon Brando and his personal curse. I don't think Marlon Brando is a part of that Superman curse. He has his own heaviness in his life and family secrets. So welcome the spirit of Margot Kidder. Remember the Louis Lane, that secretary of Clark Kent, to be a Superman, right? That same Louis Lane, yes, that was the role was having Margot Kidder, and that was the moment she connected to a Superman curse. Yes, that's so simple. Let's go and see all the red flags around this case. First of all, do you see on my cover page? She's literally in that Superman clothes. Again, I'm repeating, guys, warning, do not ever wear the Superman, any kind costume with the Superman sign. Woman, female, male, boys and girls, and puppies and pets and cats, whoever, do not use the Superman signal. I'm just going to repeat. And as well, there is one more part to these ghost stories, conspiracy stories, literally as well my personal experience, because the moment when I bought the Superman clothes for my Chihuahua, after 2 months he was dead and he never had a health issue. And as well, I have the experience these days when this Superman costume arrived as well, that I have literally a shower falling all over me, that I have a glass shower, like one wall with a glass shower, and that wall, like, I'm so gentle. I never had broken any kind of, for example, in the kitchen or either in the restaurant, the glass, the plates, and I'm just gentle with the things. And definitely with the shower, for sure, I was not doing nothing or moving, and literally it was all over me. So yes, there are two situations where literally somehow connected to that Superman arriving to my home. Yes, so do not buy the Superman clothes. Let's go back to Margot. So what was the story around the tragedy around Margot? So many things. First of all, her case is specific because she has survived, like she rolled into the tragedy for a long, she has a long ride as well. She was still staying in the cycle of repeating, trying to be like isolated, then returning back to Hollywood, then working, then again being isolated. She has her up and downs, but she never seems like she never left the profession. She left celebrity lifestyle and Hollywood. I do not feel the energy with her beautiful energy. I love her spirit, by the way, and I do feel that she just did. She was annoyed with this Hollywood and being recognized. She wanted to be just low key, living her life, and that's where she was literally living with her dogs, or how many pets she had, I don't know, but I just have a feeling that she always used to have dogs around her. So just, I don't see the dogs on these photos. I'm trying just to connect to a Google photos of the images of the person. I'm just seeing that she has some fluffy dog, like dog with some, it's just fluffy. It's not like my little Frida, like that's what I have feeling about her. Is it true You're welcome to confirm me. I have to Google later on after this video to see if that's really true. So, Margot, are you really having the fluffy dog? One of them, or how many did you have? So, I'm feeling sad as well at the moment when she was found dead as well. What happened with her pets? Because she was a dog person. Like that's the saddest part when the dogs they stay after they literally they they witness our death and they have that sadness and they have confusion. Where is my mama Margot? So let's see from the start first. What was so intriguing about again that connected to a Superman curse? Uh, I felt very heavy energy when I started to do the Superman story just 1 hour before, so I had to literally light the stage in the middle of the live stream. I usually don't do it except when I have a ghost uh, stories. And yes, this is a ghost story. This is a heavy spirits energy that I feel here. Again, Margot, do you want to tell us something on the start? Margot Kidder, Louis Lane in that Superman movie, she got after 3 years after playing the role in that first Superman, 1978, I do believe it was. 3 years later, she got into a horrific car crash and was literally unable to work for several years. She was paralyzed. After finally physically healed from the accident, she suffered a nerve breakdown in 1996. So, is there a story that later on she had some trouble till she literally uh, received the right therapy for that? Is that the bipolar disorder? There's definitely few ideas what was happening with her, but till then she has totally 10 years of literally personal up and down and hell, and as well literally being as well lost, confused, homeless, um, having paranoia that her ex-husband want to kill her. A lot of terrible things happened after literally that accident. So, was I'm going to ask first of all, was Margot Kidder a part of the Superman curse? No, no, she has no, it's not. First of all, look at she had really a trouble with she got emotional disbalance not from that car accident. It started from having this lady was super by spirit. She's because she still exists as a spirit. She's hypersensible soul and so fragile, emotional, and she got literally a shock with her love life and everything after that her first husband failure. It seems like being doomed, and it's doomed just her love life. Um, and let me see more again with another deck. Was Margot Kidder a part of the Superman curse? Was Margot Kidder part of the Superman curse? Again, guys, I'm getting a card judgment call like she was a victim of that her personal life situation. Yes, being rejected and while playful with that playboy energy, something was really twisted in her love life approach. There was like not a steady energy, like she couldn't stand being for a long period with one partner. It seems like being doomed and being focused just on her own. as well. There is that hyperactive mind that I feel like she's so over busy with her. Again, on one side, yes, she being a victim of being a celebrity back few years before, but as well having that depression after the car accident, everything turned down. But there is this rejection in the love life because as well, um, can she cannot, can she couldn't. You know, I'm talking in the present moment. She's really with us. I just have a feeling because every time when I start to say in the past tense, I get literally warning that I should say it in the present tense. It's interesting. I think Margot is with us guys with this because this happened already two times now on the start. And you're just like few minutes like when did I start? Like let me see just the time. Like literally 2 or 3 minutes ago I had the same reaction and Margot like as well I'm getting confused with her spirit. This is not me. This is a Margot spirit. Margot spirit is she's so vivid and hyperactive and multitask and she literally as well she want me not to repeat this in the past tense like I'm still here like please do this in the present tense. It's interesting. And again, uh, definitely there was a drama around being doomed in a love life, never capable to stay and be having the comfort of staying with the partner. And that's why, as well, she literally, mostly in her life, she was living alone. I have impression that she was living alone. I didn't check her biography. I had that just impression, just guys. This is a just energy reading as well, guys. May 13. Oh my gosh, she died May 13. Wow. With a very specific date. On Wikipedia is beautiful image of Margot in 1970. Wow, she was a cutie. She was a young one. She's my mother age, yes. So let's check up. Was Margot Kidder being a part of the was Margot Kidder a part of this? Okay, I'm going to stop. Was Margot Kidder? She's so determined with the energy. It's popping out two times the card Empress. She's so dominant that she wants to literally be in charge of this as well of this reading. It's so funny this because this reading is so messy. Like uh, definitely is her energy like she's taking me back to a Superman, then she's taking me back to her a little bit of her background, and she's going back to that accident, then she goes in front like literally she this is like a ping pong like she's literally like time there is no timestamp here guys in Margot Kidder reading because she's like that her spirit is like that she's literally one moment going to tell you a story about her childhood, then in the next moment going to tell you some funny thing that happened with the Superman crew as well. She's going to tell you about a terrible changing the mood and having the terrible first tragedy, then another tragedies that everything is a roller coaster. And yes, her life is a roller coaster. Her spirit is even now wherever she is. It's like a roller coaster. That's her spirit, guys. So it's not changed even after even if even after checking out from the planet Earth. So, was Margot Kidder a part of the Superman curse? Another victim of the Superman curse? Guys, first of all, there was action taken. And there is a secret that nobody talks about. It's like a public secret about her mental health. Things that she didn't tell. I do believe it towards the end of their life, she was trying to express this. She was trying to literally to acknowledge and fight prof- with professional support, with people um, uh, with a real therapy, and trying to balance her mental state literally was literally hard for her as well to keep as a public figure, to keep up that secret about her this balance in her mental state. It's literally hard for her. And uh, it seems that sometimes she would have in these phases as well, up and down in her as well, a sex drive, and her sex drive as well will manipulate her literally to wander and just to not to be steady and being just in her own space and being just fine with just with herself, or just with that one of her partners, because something was triggering her not to stay even just few days into the marriage. Was she having a situation where she divorced the day after, right? And somebody named her second situation like this is a recipe for a honeymoon divorce. Literally, is that correct? I think that that's her case. Uh, Again, being torn apart as a celebrity to keep up the secret about her disbalance in her mental state and her health issue. That's why she had the moment that she would just walk away, isolate, and just as well, uh, as you see, postpone the cycles, because she needed that cup of tea remedy for her. And just by walking away from celebrity work, from people in general, it's literally as well brought her a lot of trouble, because as well she would uh, lose the contracts, and as well she would stay um, she would have ups and downs with her finance. That was a trouble as well. Look at, there is a mental state here, but as well there is a trouble, because here it is, once I'm paid very well, like a big number, and then I'm a penniless totally for a long period because of this disbalance, and many times postponing, canceling the things that he started. Like, was it the public secret that she's dealing with, that she's having some kind of um, that she's trying to do recovery in her life? It's not a physical how much it's mental struggle, because yes, she had a terrible accident. She had later on as well, she was a victim later on as well. Look at this situation, just going to find that story as well. That's another weird story after that car accident. So as well, 1996, she suffered a nerve breakdown. She was found in a stranger backyard, beaten, hair cut off, teeth pulled out, damaged. She said somebody attacked her, and in a deeply distressed state. We don't want to think what happened to her. Like, probably she was really attacked. Was Margot Kidder attacked and raped there? Wow, more than once. More than once. And it's guys as well. Look at, they're literally as well, literally they as well. they tried to use her while she was a homeless, uh, as well as she was a fighter. When you're a young woman on the street, and this is a classical situation where somebody becoming a victim, uh, not just of her mental state, becoming a victim of the street and possible sex abuse. Pardon my language. Sex trafficking. So as well, she was literally somebody was using this situation while she was having while she was confused, having a nerve breakdown situation, not having a conscience, being aware of not being aware of the danger. She was really found in a deeply distressed state. As well, she was making a statement to a police that her first husband was trying to kill her, and she attempted to fake her own death to get away, like, and then she was just wandering, living homeless on the streets because she thought her husband uh, is literally trying to kill her. As well, there was a statement that somewhere on the airport, it was happening a few times before she was diagnosed with uh, literally with the later on continuing being to be on therapy, right, till the end of the life. The thing is that she had many manic episodes, like as well. Once she was on the airport and she being confused, and again running, hiding again from her husband. She was feeling like she had something in her jacket, maybe it's a, I don't know, GP. And she asked the person literally on the airport the person to exchange. She was literally asking for help, but to exchange the jackets because probably her jacket was literally bad from her husband because he was trying to follow her. Was her husband really stalking her? How this story started? Look at guys, wow, look at guys. King of Pentacles here, she had some issue with him because he's showing in every of these other decks as well. There was a love situation that shocked her. Uh, so, was her first husband really abusive with her? Ten of Cups, yes. He was really trying so many times to reconcile. Yes, this guy was a constant stalker. Yes, it's true. Yes, he was daring. He didn't care. Yes. Was her husband obsessive with her? Wow, wow, look at the mental state. Yes, the answer it is. Wow. So I'm going to keep these cards here so we know what was happening here. So I think that the root of Margot Kidder's shock in her life, her first drama started there with not being able to have that healthy, healthy relationship with her love and being heartbroken and lost as well, being as well obsessive about this, not being healed, but as well on and off returning back to her husband. There was idea energy of that there were like it's it's so toxic for both, but as well like there is idea of Oh, sometimes are really good. It's not like they're cutting the bridges. I don't see her like that. So that was the first red flag in her, provoking the disbalance in her emotional life, emotional state. As well, guys, she has made a recovery from that homeless phase, because then she was put in a clinic, and uh, as well, she didn't have any other manic episodes since 2007. So I'm going deeper. 1 second. Let me see just for a second what else was happening later on from 2007. So 2005, she later became a citizen of US, and she settled in Livingston, is that Montana? She decided to become American citizen to participate in the voting process, to continue her protest against U.S. intervention in Iraq. So she was a famous activist, and I really love her spirit because she was thinking of our community, over the planet Earth, over the animals, or she was a quality person. 2008, she literally had as well some kind of role in LGBT mystery movie. On the other hand, Death. And in 2015, she won an Emmy Award of Outstanding Performer in Children Programming for her performance in R.L. Stein, The Haunting Hour. Her I don't want to talk today because today, by chance, it's literally election in US. So I'm not going to talk that she was active in what party she was active. We are not going to talk about that. We are not allowed because it's silence. Elections silence. As well, going back to her death, 2018, on May 13th, she was found, like literally again, she's in Montana, in Livingston, at the age of 69. As well, her friend found her. She was unresponsive. The cause of death was initially not released. Her agent stated that she passed away peacefully in her sleep. But later on, there was literally, uh, of course, there was releasing the death cause. So there was literally a first statement that was a suicide by overdose on August 8th, 2018. And as well, the local police coroner said that her death was a result of self-inflicted drug. Imagine self-inflicted drug and alcohol overdose. So let's check up that one. Was really Margot Kidder a suicide person. Was Margot Kidder, did she really kill herself? Look at who was this person in her house. Wow, that's why I'm doing her story, guys. There is an evidence of something that was happening in her house, and I don't understand how it always takes me there reading whenever the spirits they connect and give me inspiration for a new story about celebrity death, or missing person. Literally there is a message that whatever is a suicide, eventually it's not, it's arranged. Because look at, there was a person inside of house, so there is evidence even for that. Yes, look at, wow, the lover was there. She was not alone, definitely, guys. So, one second. Was there the lover with her that same night? Again, tell me why there is few times the card of her daughter. She had the daughter, right? Was it the lover of her? Wow, wow, wow. Was it some man sent from her daughter? Something from the past. Everything like was before. This was not a person that was a first time. This was not a person that was a stranger in her house. This was a person that was revisiting. Wow. And being here more than once. As well, like on and off relationship. Just fun. Just fun. Yes, that's what it is. As well, there is a proof about this. Whatever their later on police or her family, her daughter found out. Is it on the telephone? Was it that person literally as well there? So one second. Was she doing a drugs really that night with this person? Wow, look at, it's a team. It's a team. This was, she was not alone. Wow, look at, wow. It's a full play. It was literally. And it's annoying when literally the police do their job and then the family as well is making a statement, and everybody eventually, it's like they're literally trick, they're trying to trick us. And this is disturbing with when police not doing the job, still they're not part of her family. But I don't have understanding for why her family is well hiding these things, or they're scared from something. They have, whoever wants to say something has like dilemma, should that person say what was happening, should they say that they were there visiting her. So will ever somebody talk who was at night with her? Wow, wow, wow. Yes, it's about the drug addiction. Wow. As well, this person has moved out a long time ago. Yes. So, and yes, this was a result of her past like addiction, like she was really doing some kind of chemical thing. And again, was it the thing is it I don't see her doing literally anything to herself. I see her just having a fun, as you see with that on the start card. Okay, come to my place, bring the material as well. Uh, but what happened that night? I want to ask her, Margot, Margot Kidder, did you kill yourself? What's your message, dear? It was my time to go. It is nobody's fault. Wow, it was my time to go. I just heard she enjoyed that part. She just like, wow, like the things he was doing in the past, like this addiction, like it seems like as well she was trying on and off to have this rehab, but it didn't work out. You see, I'm trying to fix, but as well on and off I'm returning to my addiction. It to her as well. First of all, her therapy. Remember that she has as well that mental illness that she was as well had her own therapy, and this plus she was as well mixing with other things that on and off she would have it, and was it together drink and drug seems like a mix of everything. And let me see the result of wow, wow, wow. Let me see just the result of her death is a self-inflicted drug and alcohol. Literally, like I said, it's like a mix of things that she on and off, like she just like having like that regime, like I'm not doing this, and then she's returning. And the moment when she returned, like this was like too much for her, but for her, I just heard for her soul, just being surrounded with the wrong friend, the friend that they are literally as well bringing this material, the one that they're doing everything, drugs and drinks. Yes, that didn't help her. These friends of hers. Again, guys, the last message here that her family and her friends they shouldn't feel responsible like that friend that arrived the day after is she feeling guilty like why I was not with her the night before, why I didn't visit her, like there is a feeling of heaviness, people they miss her, she was such a sweet person, and literally the people they have that guiltiness why like this happened in my city, I was next door, why I didn't help her, like why I was not that same night with her on that same, if it was a home party, why I was not there, because everything would be different if I was there. Is it a feeling from her daughter, is it a feeling from her friends? Definitely there is a heaviness in a guiltiness, but she's releasing this, she's really uh, with this statement, it's not your fault, guys. Literally, the computer went down, confirmation. It's not your fault. Like, it was her time to enjoy this thing and to depart because of her addiction. Oh my head. So much about confusing Margot Kidder, guys. It will be edit this reading to a playlist. Justice will be served with other celebrity people energy readings. So do check out the rest of the list. Justice will be served. I'm just going as well for a second to make that short version for you guys. Here it is, the short version in TikTok and as well here. It will be a short version as well. One second. And again, guys, just one sweet note from her neighbors. Margot Kidder was a resident of my hometown and my current resident of Livingston, Montana. My wife and I would frequently run into her in the local park with the dog. Talking with her was a genuine pleasure. Gracious, Funny, modest, giving, caring. She was truly a grand dame, a great lady. So rest in peace, Margot. Peace and love, guys. Don't forget to hit the thumb up, subscribe, and put the alarm bell for the new stories.